Hello dear students, today we are going to discuss about another part of electromagnetic wave. As you know that this is the wave propagations, magnetic field, electric field we can see here. So next we are moving to the sinusoidal wave. The previous class we have discussed about the string. What is the wave equation of a string? Then we are moving to the sinusoidal wave. As you know that f is the function of z and t that equal to a cos k z minus vt plus delta. A is the amplitude of the wave. It is positive and represents the maximum displacement from equilibrium. The argument of the cosine is called the phase. Here this is the phase. If you change the phase it becomes sine. And delta is the phase constant. One use a value in the range of delta is greater than or equal to 0, smaller than 2 pi. Notice that at z equal to vt minus delta by k. If you put the z here, z equal to vt minus delta by k, the phase is 0. That means central maximum. If delta equal to 0, the central maximum passes the origin at time t equal to 0. More generally, delta k is the distance by which the central maximum and therefore the entire wave is delayed. Finally, k is the wave number. It is related to the wavelength. Here we can see if we apply the z equal to vt minus delta k, there is a central maximum. Then if you change the delta equal to 0, the central maximum passes the origin at time t equal to 0. Delta by the equation, delta equal to 2 pi by k. Here it is see delta equal to 2 pi by k. Sorry, lambda equal to 2 pi by k. For when z advances by 2 by k, the cosine execute one complete cycle. This is the schematic representation figure form of that sinusoidal wave. You can see here it is a central maximum, also f of z equal to 0 condition. Here it is the amplitude, also velocity v, or here the wavelength lambda. As time passes, the entire wave train proceeds to the right at speed v. At any fixed point z, the string vibrates up and down, undergoing one full cycle in a period. This is the one full cycle in a period. That means t equal to 2 pi divided by kv. The frequency k nu. The frequency nu, number of oscillations per unit time. That means nu equal to 1 by t. Here it is t equal to 2 pi by divided by k nu. Nu equal to 1 by t. K nu divided by. We can substitute t here. K nu divided by 2 pi equal to nu divided by lambda. For our purposes, a more convenient unit is the angular frequency omega. We can change the equations into wave number and angular frequency omega, so called, because in the analogous case of uniform circular motion, it represents the number of radians swept out per unit time, omega equal to 2 pi, nu equal to k nu. Then ordinarily it is nicer to write sinusoidal wave. We can change that wave equation, sinusoidal wave equations, f of z equal to a cos kz minus omega t plus delta. We are using, most probably we are using this equation. And sinusoidal oscillation of wave number k and angular frequency omega traveling to the left would be written as f of z equal to here a cos kz plus omega minus delta. Then we know that we are using some complex notations in views of Euler-Illich formula. E raised to I theta equal to cos theta plus I sin theta. Then in sinusoidal wave, we are changing the sinusoidal wave f of z to the complex notation f of z equal to that is complex of real a e raised to I kz minus omega t plus delta. Introducing the complex wave function f of z equal to a function of a e raised to I kz minus omega t. With a complex amplitude a complex equal to a raised to I delta, absorbing the phase constant. The actual wave function is the real part of f of wave f of z equal to real function f of complex zt. If you know that f of complex is the simple matter to find f. The advantage of the complex notation is that exponentials are much easier to manipulate than sine and cosine. This is the only advantage we are using the complex notations. In the case of complex notations, we are using Euler's formula e raised to I theta equal to cos theta plus I sin theta. This we are substituting this equation into the previous wave equation. Then next we are moving to the some boundary conditions. That means reflection and transmission. The propagation of wave depends on the boundary condition to which wave is subjected. If you consider the wave propagate through two strings, with one end of the string is tied to the other. So we have two strings. We have to at the boundary conditions. We are applying the boundary conditions. Then incident wave. First we are using the incident wave. That is Fi z equal to I represents the incident equal to a complex of. We are using the complex notations. Complex of ai e raised to I k1 z minus omega t. Coming to it from the left, give rise to the reflected wave. We are using these are the boundary conditions. We are using this is the boundary condition. This is the incident wave. Then we have after the boundary conditions we have transmitted also reflected. If you coming to it from the left, give rise to a reflected wave. That is f complex r. R represents the reflected z minus z t. Then complex of amplitude r e raised to I minus k1 z minus omega t, because here it is the minus sign represents because it is a reflected wave. Z is greater than 0. Then after the boundary condition there is a transmitted wave also. Then complex of f of t z of z comma t equal to a complex t e raised to I k2 z minus vt, because it become k2 the second string. We are considering the second string. Here it is z is greater than 0. Then this is wave velocities are different in the two strings. However, the wavelength and wave number is also different. That is lambda 1 divided by lambda 2, k2 divided by k1 equal to nu 1 divided by nu 2. For the sinusoidal incident wave, then the net disturbance of the string, here it is the net disturbance. That is the complex of f of z equal to ai e raised to I k1 z minus omega t plus a r e raised to I minus k1 z minus omega t. Here the first boundary condition. Here both first phases, both incident and reflected. Here it is the incident, that is velocity v1. Here it is the reflector, that is velocity v1 is the same conditions. Then it becomes after the transmission a complex t equal to e raised to I k2 z minus omega t. That means z is greater than 0. This is the boundary conditions of reflected and incident pulse, reflected pulse and transmitted pulse. Then at the joining z equal to 0, the displacement just slide to the left. That means z equal to 0 minus must equal to the displacement slide to the right, z equal to plus 0. Else there would be a break between the string. Mathematically, f of z is continuous at z equal to 0. That is f of 0 comma t equal to f of 0 plus comma t. If the knot itself is of negligible mass, then the derivatives of f must also be continuous. Dou f divided by dou z 0 equal to dou f divided by dou z 0 plus. This is the sum of the conditions of incident, reflected, transmitted wave. Then these are the some of the applications of sinusoidal wave. Sinusoidal wave, we are the equations f of z a cos k into z minus vt plus delta. Then we are using the different forms. That means frequency compared to frequency, also period and angular frequency. Then we are moving to the complex notation of that wave, sinusoidal wave. Then we are moving to the boundary conditions. We are using two strings with the one end of string is tied to the other. Okay, thank you for your attention.